Good afternoon, everyone. Well, we didn't quite get as much rain as I'd hoping for, but 4 mil of rain is better than no mil. So yeah, there's the 5 mil mark just there, so 4 mil. So I'll empty that out. Of course, Matthew was feeding the chickens for me, watering the chickens for me this morning, and managed to let them out. Well, let 2 of them out actually. So yes, you can see where Davey's been. It's starting to green up really nicely where he's cleaned up in here. So we've been getting a little bit of rain lately. Not as much as we need, but I have a bit of an experiment happening. I'll take you over and have a look. Okay, so I had this out here in the paddock because I was going to try and catch some water into my IBCs, and it didn't work so well. But I left it upside down on the paddock, and look what happened. The grass grew. Like this section here is where the goat had been. So the goat hadn't been here, but the goat had been there. So the best patch of grass on the property is that patch there. It's growing really well. And my bits underneath the Rhodes hay, the round bale, is doing okay. Not half as well as that. That's just growing brilliantly. So I've moved my IBC lids and gotten a couple of extras. Just to see what'll happen. I mean, it may or may not work. If it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, it's no great loss. I mean, yes, it looks a little bit untidy at the moment, but that little patch there is going really well. I really should spread out this hay a bit more, but I just haven't had time. So yeah, this green manure crop is doing really quite well, considering it gets no water, just what comes down from the sky. So really pleased with that. As you can see, the rest of the paddock is starting to green up a bit, but it's still not doing great. The interesting thing is, and it's really important to watch what happens in nature, really important. Sorry, I'm dragging along a couple of buckets of water for the goats. That's the reason why this is taking a little bit long. But this spot's over here where I had the goats. I mean, the spots where the hay's, obviously it's got the barley growing, and the spots where the goats could reach, not so much because the goats ate it, but the circle where the goats could reach while they were on their chain is actually quite green as well. So it's doing a lot better than the rest of the paddock. So another little bit of interesting observation. And the section where I've moved the goats from, so where I had the electric fence, so before I had the electric fence coming out here, over to there and over to there, this patch where the goats were is actually starting to green up quite nicely. I wish I'd actually gotten more hay down here actually, but because of the wind I tend to put it more over that side of the paddock, over the thing, than this side. But the grass is coming up here much better than everywhere else in the paddock. So yeah, I'm really quite pleased with that. Because as you can see, the paddocks, I mean, there's bare dirt and it's more sand than dirt. There's just very little organic matter in this soil at all. So yes, it seems to be responding very well to the hay. But my little experiment, there are some little patches around the place that are green, and I'm thinking that might be where the horses have manured or something. I'm not actually sure. But what I've done is, this is my little experiment to see whether or not I can replicate what happened under that IBC lid. I've sprinkled down some barley seeds. So this section here, so I sprinkled down the barley seeds around here and up there and underneath that plastic. So it's just clear greenhouse plastic that I had from when we had the aquaponics set up in Eagleby. And because we just had that little bit of rain, I thought, I'll put it down. What have I got to lose? So, and this is where I'm going to open up the electric fence to next, once I get a chance to, for one. And when hopefully we get some more rain, it'll soften up the dirt a bit more. But yeah, so that's the little experiment. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. But as you can see, the ground is just, there's nothing in it. But the girls are very eager for some water at the moment, so I better go. And I need to check on Davey as well, because I think my neighbour actually just gave him some water. She's so good. He's nice and close over there so that they know when he needs water, and he gets, I think he had actually knocked his bucket over. I'd meant to go over there next, but yes. So those clouds were what dropped some rain. I'm hoping we get some more, but I gotta go. Have a great one. Bless you.